Everybody, it's Christine. I'm going to do my May TBR, and I will be reading from my phone, so I'm going to be looking down. So our pick of the month for hashtag on the booktube shelf kind of falls into one of the categories, so I'll tell you which one it is when I get to it. So this is for my Triple RC challenge. Every month there's 10 choices or 10 challenges to do. So the first part, there's always three the same. It's for May. I'll go over it. The first one is M is for May. Read a book that starts with M, or a book whose author's first or last name starts with M. So I chose, and it meets both challenges, Joanna Maitland's My Lady Angel. And her last name starts with M, and the book starts with M. So there's that one. 2 is Happy Anniversary. Read a book that was published in May of any year, or read a book of a Triple RC member that joined in May of any year. So I couldn't find any books that were published in May that were either on my shelves or that I could, get to. So I went to the link for previous members, and I found Romance Reader, and the book is Paradise by Judith McNaught. It's on both of our TBRs, and I actually own it. So that is number 2. Number 3 is Featured Author Challenge, which is Carly Phillips. Read one book written by Carly Phillips or any author with her first or last name. Or you can read books that match certain criteria about her. So, fun facts about Carly: she lives in New York. She published her first novel in 1999. She has written over 40 contemporary romance books. She has 3 dogs. She's obsessed with baseball. So it says you may also read a book set in New York, or any book published in 1999 or is shelved as contemporary romance. You may also read a book that has a dog on a cover or in the story, or you can read a sport romance book. So my library luckily has one book in the first of one of her series, and that is Perfect Fit by Carly Phillips. So I don't know what the series is called. Well, First in Serendipity's Finest. So, yeah. And then for May, the month of Lily of the Valley flower. And it gives you a description of the flower. And then it says, read a book where flowers are an important part of the story, or a book with flowers on something white on the cover. Or read a book where a beautiful cover conceals something unexpected. The cover in this case can be actual book cover, or a person in the story who has an unexpected secret. So I chose this one. It is book 2 in the Bride Quartet, and I read one not last month, but in March, I think. And it's Bed of Roses by Nora Roberts. And this one deals with, well, there's roses on the cover. There's something white on the cover, but she is a floral designer for weddings. It's a group of 4 girls that each one does different things for the wedding planning. 5 is May 1st, International Workers' Day. The International Workers' Day is a celebration of laborers and the working classes, and its roots are located to the 1800s. In Finland, mead and donuts are the typical celebration food. Read a book where someone works with their hands, or a book which focuses on some celebration with specific food, or read a historical romance. So this is book 2 in the In Boonesboro trilogy, and it is The Last Boyfriend by Nora Roberts, and the main character in here is a carpenter. And it's a set of 3 brothers, and he's the carpenter. And they're fixing up this inn, so that fits there. May 6th, International No Diet Day. As fun as it sounds, this day has a very meaningful purpose to help people appreciate themselves for what they are and to appreciate the body they have. Read a book from your favorite genre. So, one of my favorite genres is cozy mysteries. And there's not really much romance in this one, but The Cat Who Turned On and Off by Lillian Jackson Braun. And it's about a Siamese cat who solves mysteries. So 7th, May 9th, Lost Sock Memorial Day. We all have those unpaired socks waiting for their counterpart. This day is a memorial of all those lost socks in there who started their trip to the washing machine to never come back. Read a book where someone is searching for their counterpart, or read a book with a colorful cover, or read a book with an odd number in the page count. I'm not sure if this has an odd number, but I'm going with colorful book cover. And this is the May pick for hashtag on the booktube shelf. So if you want to join in, this is the book we've chosen. And the schedule, I'll post the schedule down below because we just figured it out. And it is If You Only Knew by Kristen Higgins. So I think that's a really nice cover, colorful. So hashtag on the booktube shelf. Number 8, May 18th, Frog Jumping Day. The background of this day is in the Mark Twain's first short story, Jim Smiley and His Jumping Frog, published in 1865. Read a book with green on the cover, or a book where nature is important part of the story, or read a classic. And I think this one has lots of green on the cover, so I'm going with that. How to Get Over Your Ex by Nikki Logan. It is a duology, but each book is written by a different author. And luckily, I think my library has a second one. So there's that one. And the grass is all green, obviously. And then May 29th, which is my wedding anniversary, is Paperclip Day. Everybody knows those little steel wire 2-loop instruments which helps you to keep your paperwork in order. All thanks to the Samuel B. Fay, who was the first person to patent the paperclip in 1867. Say that 5 times fast. Read a book where all things work out, or a book with a secretary in it, or read a book with jack of all trades kind of person. So I found this really hard. I could find lots of office romance books. I could find lots of executive romance books, but nothing with a secretary until I stumbled on this one. And it is A Night of No Return by Sarah Morgan, and I wanted to go with a nice quick one, and it's got big letters, so I can probably get through that really quick. And then number 10 is Reader's Choice. Read any book of your choice. So I figured I might just go with this one. That could change, as most of my things are subject to change. And that is Becky Lee Wayrich, Tainted Lilies. So I think it's about a pirate, and maybe not. Anyways, I also was kind of hoping to get to 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston. I've had it out from the library, and I really need to get it back. So hopefully I can fit this in really quick. So, and I think this is a retelling of Aladdin or 1001 Nights, which is like one of my favorites. So yeah, that is my TBR for May. Let me know if you've read any of these books, if you're participating in the RRC challenge. If you're going to follow along with hashtag on the booktube shelf, I hope you do. We have lots of fun. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.